Here's my rough sketch out design for what I want to do for my Barbie pants. The main feature is this. It's just gonna have the Barbie logo. It is top stitched on and it's like a channel. And I also want to do these rivets. Middle of the B and the A, all these are like islands, so I might like rivet that or like rivet around the corners. But I want it to look like kind of industrial. I want the whole silhouette is gonna be like these Jinko jeans, where they're not quite like bell bottoms, but they are like a wide leg because I need enough room on the leg to like have the logo, because the bigger this is, the easier it's gonna be. I'm hoping because this will like curl around the leg. You won't really be able to see the entire thing flat, so like any any curves that are like slightly off or like whatever, you're not really gonna notice, because it's very hard to recreate things that are like iconic, like this logo. Like if one little part is off, people are gonna notice that it's off. And then on the cuff and on the pocket opening, I want to do some kind of lace, because I have lace like this. So I'm gonna do that, but not with denim. I'll do it with like pink or whatever color lace I have. And then I have an open zipper that probably be pink. Probably. Pink might be low-hanging fruit here, so I'm not just gonna try to make it like, oh, it's a Barbie jean, so I'm just gonna make it pink, right? So I'm gonna try to like find a unique fabric. I'm definitely gonna have pink in it, but it's gonna be like pink, blue, and I want to do an animal print. But I'll see what the fuck I find at the stores. Side of the front, I want to do some kind of like yoke or something here, so like design lines. I was looking at other ones on Pinterest and found this, which I'll probably do minus this pocket, but I like this kind of like double knee that doesn't quite really go to the knee. The back, I'm gonna redo my heart ass thing I did in my last pair of jeans, these. Although I want to put pockets, so that's the back. And then the bottom here also, I'm also probably gonna do what Jinko does here with this little seam, and then it's like raw down here. But I'm not gonna do raw, I'm gonna do like some kind of denim seam and then have lace at the bottom. I also have this Barbie doll, and I was thinking of doing a hammer loop right here, along the ass over here, and then having a little Barbie holder. And everything else that's on here, I kind of want to do a like airbrushed button shirt or something to go with it. I want to do for colors, I want to get like an animal print or something, and definitely this main denim, I want it to be like a nice thick denim that's gonna wear properly and like be malleable and bleach well and whatnot. Also the pocket bags, I'm not sure what I have, but I obviously want to do some kind of Barbie thing. These are all just like inspos, because I want this still to be wearable. Like I want it to be like the craziest, coolest one of one that's still wearable. So I don't want to do too much like crazy shit like this. But yeah, that is the plan so far. We'll see how it turns out when I go to the fabric store. I found this denim. It's like medium weight. It's like still malleable and like dark enough we can bleach it. Not too dark where it won't have like light for the pink dye. And then I'm thinking of doing this for the pink part. 21-ounce canvas. It's like really thick. But I think after we wash it, it'll be more malleable. I'm just hoping it doesn't pucker once it gets wet and dried like a million times. But it's like crisp enough where the Barbie pink lettering will like stand still, I'm pretty sure. I found these two. This one is almost perfect. It's just almost a little too light of a weight, but the way I'm trying to plan on bleaching and dyeing this, I think this would match it like almost perfectly. This is similar to the other one I found, but it's a nice like base one. It's a good weight. I think it would bleach and dye well as well, because it's like it doesn't have a last stain or anything. I'm gonna do that.
65.
Okay, well, I'm all done in Toronto. I figured this giant thimble would be the optimal way to leave it off here. Until next time, I'll show my fabric haul at the car. Back here at the sketchbook, at the car, at the train station. This is the main base denim. A nice, like, medium weight, and it's probably gonna bleach well and fold well, and it's just gonna be nice to work with. This is the main thing that I'm gonna be working with. And this is what I'm gonna use. This is that 21 or 4 ounce canvas from King Textiles, and it's like really heavy, and my only concern with this is that it might pucker when I wash it. This is for the Barbie lettering, and I'm gonna dye it pink. But I got it just because I think if all goes to plan, when I bleach this and dye it, it should have a similar pattern to this. Also in the bag, I got these leather hides. And for these, I'm thinking this one, I might be able to do my heart-shaped ass pocket. But I got all this hardware. This is from Neverends. I never filmed there. Well, actually I did, but I didn't show the sign. So these I just thought were cool. These I'm thinking of using for the shirt that I might make to match this. And then this, I don't know what it's actually for, but I thought about using it for belt loops. Like cutting it. I just found it. I asked them if they had more and they said no. There's a bunch of stuff from Leather Supply. So obviously zippers, I got 2. These are pull tabs for the zipper. These are grommets. I got silver, probably to use for this. I'll probably do some holes in the Barbie lettering and then maybe on this knee pad. Rivets, right here. I'm definitely gonna do silver, but I just got some extras because I'm also out of those at home. Rivets kind of take these from like handmade to like, oh shit, they actually know what they're doing kind of vibe. These are, I call them rivet buttons, but when I asked the girl if they have them, she was like, what the fuck are those? So I don't know what the hell they're called, but silver again, they're like for here. And then last but not least, I got these 2 studs, which I have a pair where I put them up here on the top of the zipper, but I'm not sure where I'll put them here, but I do want to put them somewhere. Yeah, so that's the fucking haul. I'm gonna go home. Now I'm about to show you why I don't sell things like these pants, or why I get offended when people are like, how much you selling these for? Like $100? This is the 2 denims. Pink denim and the blue denim. So there's 98. Okay. 14 bucks. This is for the canvas that I'm gonna use for the Barbie lettering. Okay. 67, almost 70 is all the hardware. So the zippers, buttons, the leather scraps, grommets, rivets, all that bullshit. 13 bucks for some buttons and that little lace thingy I showed. And then 47 bucks to drive to the train station and back. 13 bucks to drive or take the train in, and another 13 bucks to take the train back. So all that shit together is 260 just to start sewing. just to have everything on this table for me to start putting in the work. So I love doing it, but that's why I do it for me. We are now on to making the pattern for this bad boy. I probably won't show too much of this because it's just a lot of drafting. So, peace. The pattern is fini. We got the front main base block, this for the cuff, and then this secondary pocket for the right side only. The Barbie, of course, which, I mean, it's technically one piece, but it's gonna end up being like a fuck ton. We'll get there. And then this is pocket pouch, inner pocket, another pocket in a pocket that goes behind these. And then we got the back, big ass Barbie heart on the arse. Same block, but bigger for the back. Same cuff, but bigger for the back. And then the ass like extender things on the top of the back. I'm now on the pathway to fabric cutting. But before we do that, we need to bleach this beautiful piece of textile. And currently a little bit drunk, so I'm trying my best not to drink this. But I'm going to basically bleach this tester right here. And let's see if I can open this with just my left hand. Damn, okay. So I got a little bit of water in here. So I think we're doing like 1/5 water. And I've already fucked up because that is way too much water. I think it was Plato who discovered displacement. And if I'm not mistaken, that is a little too much water to displace. Usually you can pre-wet whatever material you're going to bleach, and it'll allow the bleach to travel further along the thread, or like this fabric, right? But this is dry, so it kind of gives like a shatter effect, and it's just crumpled up. I'm basically trying to replicate something I accidentally did a few years ago. Shove it in here. All the way in there. And look at that displacement. It had to have been Plato, I think. It was one of them Greek or Roman fuckers. But I'm gonna leave that in there. It's been 20 minutes. Just looking at this, I don't really want to waste the bleach if I don't have to, but just looking at this, I don't think it has done much. I don't know. Maybe I'll just fucking dump it. Alright. This really doesn't seem to have any sort of bleaching. So I'm on the set of Paranormal Activity now, and I'm just going to throw this in the dryer because it's near impossible to see the bleach marks when it's still wet. Like, this might be fucking crazy and I don't even know. So I'm just going to throw it in there. So this did literally nothing. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing but with straight bleach. 40 minutes? I don't know. 35 minutes? Who knows? Let's try it. I just looked this out again and it is seemingly impervious to this bleach. That bleach is old as fuck, so I might just go buy some more today and try it again. I don't know, man. I went and bought new bleach and I just did this again for half an hour. I don't think anything happened again, which is fucking makes no sense. I mean, I googled it and it says I should wash these before doing it, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm washing it. Hopefully it bleaches because the entire basis of these pants is that I was gonna bleach this pattern into them, but I can't get it to work, so. These just finished, and they smell nice. And it doesn't have such like a scratchy noise now. So maybe there was like a film of chemical in there. That's what Google was telling me, so I'm gonna cut off another swatch and try to bleach this bitch. I don't know, man. This is very fucking odd, to say the least. So I'm gonna wait like another 20 and just deep fry this bitch. And if that doesn't work, then I basically have to go get new denim. It's now been 20 minutes and there's still no change. The color. I just colored these, and this is like generally what I imagine they're gonna look like, depending on how well the dye sticks to this shit. Oh fuck. It's been a full hour. I still see no change in color in this. I looked it up on Google, and like it's saying sometimes with denim, for high quality denim, which maybe that's what this is, it could take like hours. Like I read some things that said 5 minutes, and some things it's taken people overnight to do it. And like anytime I've ever bleached some shit, it's like 5 minutes tops, or like 20-30 minutes if I'm trying to fuck it up. So I'm literally just sitting here because I can't work any further on this. I wasn't expecting this bleach to be so fucking mysterious. I've like drawn this out and thought about it and planned it more. I planned how I'm gonna do this. Like, I've been taking this Barbie for a bike ride and shit. It's not taking the edge off at all. I've read this dye bottle 100 times. I know how to do that. So I'm kind of just sitting here doing fuck all, waiting. Like I'm actually upset. So it has been 3.5 hours. And I'm going to bed, so I'm giving up on this. Just looking at it, it doesn't look like anything happened. So I'm actually fucking pissed. I just pulled this out, and it looks the exact same after almost 3 hours. I basically decided that this denim is useless to me as is, so like I'm basically have nothing to lose here, so I'm literally just going to crumple this up and go ahead with bleaching, but I'm just gonna bleach it overnight, so it's gonna be like a solid 8 hours. So I'm putting like 10 liters of bleach in this thing. Ow. Last thing of bleach on there. I don't know if I just have some like bitch ass bleach or something, or this thing's still coated, or it's not even cotton. Like, that is kind of what I'm thinking, which makes no fucking sense. It's been 8 hours. This shit still looks untouched. So I'm like actually kind of fucking pissed off. I don't know. Fuck. I was told to buy this shit on Reddit. It's like to get oil and shit off of it, so I'm just gonna like drown it in this. Probably. I just went into Fabricland, and like, they don't have any denim. They don't have denim. All they have is these like shitty ass stretch fucking mall core like Facebook mom DIY bullshit. Like Elastane to fuck, like 2011 like denim print on like yoga pant vibes. And like I fucking hate Fabricland so fucking much. Like, what are we doing here? We don't have denim? Like, I don't know. This place is sick if you're trying to make a fucking quilt or like some terrible Halloween costume for your fucking nephew that doesn't even like you. But I don't know. I don't know. Fuck. Just took this out. Literally, it looks like nothing happened, but I'm just going to obliterate this with this fucking degreaser. I'm gonna do a little like reality check here and like dip some t-shirt material into this bleach just to like, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe this is like some type of Mandela effect, and like in this universe bleach doesn't actually bleach anything. I'm like convinced this bleach doesn't work, so I put these this is like jersey cotton, like t-shirt material, and this shit should not last more than like 2 minutes in this bleach. This is straight ass bleach. I just need to see some type, I need some validation here. This bleach needs to fucking do something. That shit is degreasing. I'm gonna just keep doing it over and over and over and hopefully wash whatever mysterious film is on that shit. It's like some Dr. Manhattan shit on there. I don't get it. Like, why is it impervious to bleach? I'm losing my mind here. So the bleach worked on these, so it's not totally fucked. It's been 5 minutes, it looks unchanged. I'm at the end of my fucking wits here with this bullshit. I'm at another fabric store, which also infamously sucks fucking ass. I found this. It's black 50-50, like 50% cotton, 50% polyester, so I'm not even 100% sure if it's gonna dye. But like, all they fucking have here is this garbage ass fucking stretch fucking denim. I'm losing my fucking mind at these fucking places, man. Like, I want some thick denim. Not this sheen ass fucking China shit. Like, what the fuck is this? It's all garbage. So I don't even know if this is gonna bleach, but worst case, I have black and pink Barbie pants. Okay. Hi. I've spent the week in Toronto and I'm back in the sweatshop here. And but I'm back here, and I've been thinking about this all weekend, but got more dye, the same flavor. And I also found this Barbie tag off of a piece of clothing that I'm gonna throw on these. And I was thinking, I had a little revelation, this shit might, if it bleaches how I want it to, it is probably gonna go orange. And if the pattern works out how I want it to, it's probably gonna look like flames, kind of. So I was actually thinking that not only could this be a Barbie pant thing, this could be a Barbenheimer pant thing. Because this blue would not be blue, it would be this black shit. And it would be like orange flames, so it would be like fiery, like ball of flames, and then Barbie, right? So I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of more, I've rediscovered my excitement for these. So while that cooks, I started looking for some lace I could possibly use. This one I feel like would be sick. And this one I feel like would be sick and easier to wear and style, like something you could actually wear a lot. I'm leaning towards this one. This is already slightly changing colors. You can't really see because the light, but it's turning orange, and I can see with my high def eyeballs that there's little pieces of like fiber kind of going in there. And this is 5 minutes. I'm also like running into a bit of a deadline here, which is also kind of the Oppenheimer theme. But I have about 25 hours to finish these before I have to go see Oppenheimer and Barbie, because I would like to like have these for it. This is kind of a meta shot. Oh fuck. I just took this out and holy schmoly, shit is orange. So I'm pretty damn confident that this is going to work. As confident as any man could be who just spent like 4 days doing something that should take 5 minutes. But, you know, I gotta learn everything the hard way because I couldn't afford school. So, let's baptize this. She just finished, and oh boy, the entire thing is orange. Next step is to dye these. I don't know if it's gonna work how I want it to work, because I don't think that pattern worked how I want it to work. So, I'm using Ritdye to do this, which if I was like a boomer, I would say is the Cadillac of dyes. But I honestly have no opinion on Cadillacs, so I'm just saying like it's good. I would use it. I normally don't read the back of this shit, I just kind of wing it. That's probably why things don't work out well for me. But it says I should do 140 Fahrenheit or greater. And I did some Googling, and tap water is like 50 degrees Celsius or 140 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm boiling some water. I'm basically gonna use, this is like my pure hot water, and I'm gonna cut it with tap water, basically, if we're going by like Jesse Pinkman terms, right? So this is like 212 degrees, or it's gonna be Fahrenheit, and this is 140, so it's gonna average out like, I don't know, like in 160s, 70s kind of vibe, because this is only gonna be a little bit of the actual volume of the water, and that's gonna be a bit, and yeah. Oh, that was cool. Nice. Also says to add some liquid detergent, and this it says salt. I don't have a cup. It asks for a cup of salt. I don't have a cup of salt because like I value my health somewhat, at least when it comes to salt. But this is Himalayan pink salt. I assume it'll work. I like that it's pink. It might help with the effect here. And this is just normal table salt, but like it's enough salt to, like, I would have been a baller in like 10,000 BC. This is the giant bucket I'm using, and I assume this is hot enough, so I'm just gonna dump it in there. Water's in, and see what I mean? Like it's literally like none of it volume-wise, but I assume it's gonna help, right? So it says about a tablespoon of soap. I think that's just to like kind of lube it up and let it freely move. And then salt. So a cup of salt. This is, I feel like half a cup, maybe, whatever. There's more. This water actually gets mad hot, so it might be over what I Googled. And also the pink salt is not dissolving, so that's kind of a LOL moment. The tub is filled, well, halfway, and our fabric, fairly classic bleach tie-dye looking thing right here, and I have no idea how the dye is gonna hit this. You know, this is kind of Oppenheimer. Damn. Edward Cullen punching the air right now. Just dunk it in there. I don't know if this is gonna overflow, but I hope not. It's also very fucking hot. I forgot about that. Ow. This should look cool. I'm hopeful. I don't know, like, I know how like to paint and like how the colors react to each other that way, but this stuff, there's so many variables that it's really hard, at least for me so far, to predict how something's going to come out. So this should take very well to it. Some ASMR. Hi. Hello. is actually sick. This should turn exactly to that. Because this fabric is like a baseline fabric. It's canvas. This is what people fucking paint on. I'm sure this is what they probably tested the Ritdye on. Like when they were coming up with the swatches. So, this is our lifeline. I'm also, just for an experiment, gonna throw this original denim in here and see what the fuck it does. My guess is it turns purple. But, that denim hates me, so let's see. I'm gonna stir this and just like throw up Family Guy or something. I'm not sure. Or I'll just like sit here alone in my thoughts. It's been an hour. It looks okay. This took way better than this, at least it looks like it, but this thing doesn't really show its true colors. Fabric is done, and here is the reveal. I don't know if it worked, but this pink is nice. This is the pink for the Barbie. This held well. That is a success. But this, I don't think it did anything. The stuff did not go pink at all. It's still just this stupid fucking orange. And the pattern didn't work either, so like that's a fucking fail. This fabric was supposed to come out like this kinda, as far as the scale goes, but I was hoping this would be dark black and then the lightest colors would turn pink, like this pink, like the dyed pink, or at least any sort of recognizable color of pink, and then the midtones would be the orange. But clearly that's not what happened. So glad I left some of this out with the bleach, so there's still parts of black. So I'm going to just use those parts. This is the vibe. I always lay all this shit out, just to make sure the colors like go. So this is gonna be the main fabric that I'm gonna cut with these other ones, because I actually don't want it to be the main fabric because it's my least favorite fabric. Right now, it didn't turn out how I wanted it to. So that's what we started with, and this is how it's going. So I mean, hey, could be worse. This is also officially where the design phase is no more. It is over, and then now the actual construction starts. So this is kind of where people assume things start, but no, this is where things start ending, you know? So I'm gonna start cutting this shit out. So that is done with this, and I'm gonna do one of the pinks, probably that one first. These two fabrics, I'm not like 1,000,000% sure that I have enough, or I know I don't have enough where I can just not give a shit. So, damn, look at that. That just looks right. For the Barbie thingy, like for this channel, I'm not actually gonna be cutting these out. I think I'm just going to put a block of this fabric under that piece, and then I'm just gonna cut that piece. So I'm basically just gonna be stripping that back to expose this. So on the inside, it needs to look good, but it doesn't need to look perfect. It doesn't need to look cool. It just has to like be strong, you know? We all have to be strong on the inside. I have cracked the code. This obviously is indisputable going there, but I pushed it all the way to the side here because I basically just need a couple inches around it, and I can cut this off a little bit, right? And then I'm saving up here for belt loops, potentially on the back there. And then this is the heart. Like, these fit in there barely, so it's like perfect. But this is the left cheek's heart, and this is the front pocket piece that goes there. And this fabric is the canvas fabric, and it doesn't have a grain, and it has no stretch. Like, it barely even stretches diagonally, so it's like very sturdy. It won't stretch at all. So as far as like putting pieces any fucking orientation, I'm really not concerned with it. Also, none of these are going to be touching each other. Like this, all these seams are touching other fabrics. All these seams are touching other fabrics. So these are all isolated, so your eyes are never going to be on both of them at the same time. So you're not going to be like, oh, the grains in the Barbie over here don't line up with the back ass grains over there, la la. So, you know, not even I'm at OCD. Not yet, though. We'll see. The left heart side there, and then this pocket that's supposed to go on top of there. I'm pretty sure it will fit in here and have the grain still going down. And I'm willing to like finagle this or like make it smaller or whatever. It's not really going to be a problem. It's small enough to where it'll fit, because I designed it to go this way perfectly, but it can go this way kind of perfectly. And then for the other heart, I'm going to be doing this, and it can only fit in here a few ways, which is like this or like this. It can go these ways, but the face, obviously I want to be able to see it. As far as where I want to place that bitch's face, it's going to be like here, right? Not down here. Bam. I'm just going to max this out to here to where I can get it, and then try to get her face up there. We're officially done with this pattern, so I got it all paper clipped up here, and we can say bye-bye to that. This is what we're looking at. I placed a couple items down. We got a little patch, mommy's little monster. That's probably where we're gonna put the Barbie tag. I'm gonna do my signature tag there on that leather, where the fuck that is. This is gonna be the front, Barbie down there. This one is a Top Gun patch, but it's like militant and it's the right colors. And we got two patches over here, United States Weapons School, and this, which I feel like is like transcending or like dying. And then a little militant patch there. So we got our war patches and our military patches, and the Barbie stuff. So we got the sad shit, the murderous shit, and then we got the happy little girl innocent shit. I got my serger here. I threaded it pink and black. That's my kind of vibe for this. Pretty much every piece of these panels I got to serge. This is what a serger does. This is an overlock stitch. And yeah, so I need to do that times about a bajillion, so be back. I've spent the last 2.5 hours trying to fucking serge shit, and my serger cannot go 2 inches without fucking breaking. It's been totally fucked. It's a problem that has happened before, and it's getting worse. And on this thick fabric, it cannot do shit. I'm so fucking sick of this serger. I've tried both fucking machines. I've changed the fucking needle. I've rethreaded it a billion times. I've looked on Google for so much. I've watched it in fucking slow-mo stitch. And I'm fucking losing my mind. I'm finally done serging. I started 3 hours ago at 11:30. Can I get the clock to work? Yeah, 3 hours ago at 11:30. This should have taken 30 minutes max. I can't remember any other project from the past where I've had like big fucking setbacks like this. Like I'm almost 5 days behind on this now. I've extended the deadline fucking twice. I have 10 hours before it's almost time to go watch the movies. I'm seeing both of them. And I feel kind of goofy putting in all this time and stress just to wear some pants to a fucking movie. So I don't know, my motivation is like fading, and that 10 hours doesn't include me sleeping, and I kind of want to watch the movies actually and like remember them. So there's a part of me considering sleeping, because there's no point in staying up just to not even finish them, right? It's all or fucking nothing. I'm gonna keep sewing at least for a few hours and just see how it goes. But I'm just gonna do each of these panels one at a time, the whole thing, each of them. So I'm gonna do this one first because it's the most simple, then probably this one, and then this one, and then the Barbie one. I just wound 8 new bobbins, and I had 3 here, so that's 11, which is fucking overkill, but God knows I'm gonna use them all. I'm using thicker thread. It's Tex 80. Usually your thread's like Tex 40 or 60. So yeah, it's much nicer and it's thicker and it's better and it's stronger and it looks nicer. Okay, it's 3 a.m. There's no way in fuck I can finish this in time. Okay, I'm actually just gonna keep working and see what the fuck happens. I don't know. I need to fucking do it for myself. But this is getting top stitched onto here. So I'm just gonna flip this upside down, do a bunch of relief cuts, and iron this over like that. I top stitched with this foot. I have no idea what it's called, but you can see it has a little ledge there so that I can perfectly stay on the edge. And then the second row of stitching, I just line up the side of the foot with the last row of stitches, and it comes out real fucking crispy. So that turned out nice. This gets put on here, and this gets put on here. So this panel is done. Got a top stitch, pocket, top stitch. I know there will be people who do, but I don't really like this black top stitching. I think it's just boring. It's kind of dark too, I don't know, but I guess it's good for me to try new shit. But normally I would just have like pink or something like contrasty so that it stands out, because it makes a big difference. This like thick ass, nice ass double top stitching, like come on. Done that one, and I'm gonna do this one. This one is done. Last one we got is the one and only Barbie. So I've cut it out. I got the islands saved over here. So next I'm gonna trace it on that baddie. So I got it traced. And then I got my islands on here. So I'm gonna go around with the scissors and just cut out seam allowance basically. Okay, I used this pencil and I marked everywhere I need to cut. Alright, I cut most of it. It's loose and shit. So now I'm just gonna start cutting all these relief cuts, all these, and then ironing it. And I'm gonna iron the fucking shit out of it. I just cut like 200 fucking relief cuts. This is all gonna get folded over. So I just got back from my Barbenheimer viewing, and both the movies were... Oh, I can't move the arm. Both the movies were great. But I'm still not done my pants, so it's kind of awkward. Certain problems areas, like this right here, I'm gonna have to like cut the seam allowances so that they're not like coming over onto other letters. And so that's like there, here, and then also there's these corners like this where there's so much fabric that needs to be folded under. So I'm gonna use like tape, and I was thinking of doing glue, but I think the glue is gonna harden and then the needle isn't gonna be able to go through and I'll probably break it. But I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna worry about these islands. Right, so I got it all taped up here, but this is just to like hold all of this extra fabric down, because when I flip this over, like if one of these comes out, I'm gonna have to like fuck around with tweezers or whatever to try to fix it, and I don't really want to do that, so I have them all just taped back. And then so I just flipped it over, and like I just used a piece of Bristol board and like scooped it, just fucking like WWE'd it. Oh fuck. So I'm going to... Holy shit, sorry, I'm like drinking so much. I'm sewing this baddie up. I basically have to roll both sides up so that when I'm rotating it, it can fit under the arm here. So it's kind of a bitch. It's like also really hard to film. I've done the double top stitch, and in my opinion, it looks a lot better. There's nothing I hate more than fucking matching thread. Like I really, really wish this was pink thread. It would be popping like crazy right now. Like that, it just kind of sits on there, and then you give it a whack a few times like that, and you're good. Voila! I also put in these eyelets because why not? I may as well just go super loud on this, and it's like kind of military. The inside actually looks sick too, but this looks fucking dope. So now I can continue sewing the rest of this shit together. pockets are fini. Everything is now 4 pieces. So now I'm putting the ass seam together, this one here. So that's what the seam ends up looking like. Next on the front, I'm gonna install the zipper. There it is, finished. And I'm actually pleased with this. This pair of pants has been a fucking journey. Usually things are not this crazy. I don't know if it's because this is the first time I'm actually like documenting it. Like that looks fucking sick. So I'm actually excited about this fabric now. So what we have left to do now is sew these two together. So I'm just gonna take that and flop it on here and then sew the two out seams. So I just did both the out seams, double top stitched. I just did the inseam. It's just straight stitched and then I ironed it over. But these things are looking nice. I have two parts left. So first we need to put the thingies on the bottom here, and then we have to do the whole waistband. Alright, so I just put these ruffles on the hem. And they actually look jokes. But I didn't fold it. I just sewed this on like straight on. Because I wanted to be, well, I had this big seam so that it would stay structured around the base, but I think this should be loose. Like this should be crunchy here, and then this should be structured. I'm cutting the waistband now. Like ran the numbers, did some Oppenheimer shit here, and I got this dimension for the waistband. I need 2 of them, so that's why I got this giant rectangle, and I'm cutting 2 so that they're exactly identical. So I'm doing the waistband, and I just like lined it up to pick where I want the belt loops to be. Putting the waistband on now, and I'm going over the belt loops. I'm like, they're sewn into the top, and then I'm folding them over inside and sewing over them. Second last thing to do is the leather label. Also, I feel like shit right now, like my throat and stomach. I think I'm dying. So I think I'm done. My body feels like it's giving up. This has been a fucked up build, and it's looking pretty zany. I don't know how I feel about this. I like it. It's just loud as shit, and it's also the first time I've done like a wonky fit, as well as these giant things. Like this is super editorial, and I guess there's a back as well. The big ass heart. Like these things go on the floor almost. It's back detailing. Fuck, I think I have like pneumonia right now. But yeah, these are super these are actually hard. I like them. They're very like cowboyish as well. But yeah, look at the heels, or the cuffs. These are actually hilarious. Holy shit, man, my throat is fucked up. But these are very Jinko. Like the Jinko aspect definitely worked out. These are so fucking Jinko. I feel like a little like squid when I'm walking with these ruffles. But I fuck with them. They're fun. This is like a very different thing that I've ever really made. I need to like break them in so that they stop going like sideways like that. But I'm excited about these. Hey.